During the hearing before Acting Chief Justice Roxanne George, Shuman'S lawyer Sanjeev Dattadin argued strongly against the process. Dattadin cited case law to argue that the order to start house to house, issued by former Guyana Elections Commission Chairman, retired Justice James Patterson, was void. According to Dattadin, this is because Patterson was unconstitutionally appointed in the first place. Dattadin described the former chairman's decision as irrational, considering the fact that since December the 21st, GECOM knew it ought to prepare for snap elections. However, GECOM's lawyer Roysdale Ford and Solicitor General Nigel Hawke endeavored to counter this argument. In Hawke's case, he noted that GECOM was preparing for house to house anyway, and it is not a case where Patterson woke up one morning and decided to issue the order. Outside the court, Dattadin noted that the no-confidence motion should have put GECOM in a different mode instead of proceeding as though nothing had happened.
But the decision was also irrational and unreasonable. Everyone in Guyana knows where we are and what we're doing. On the 21st of December, when we had a no-confidence motion, we know that what follows would be elections in 3 months. Now, if you say that it went through the court system, that's a pause while that goes through. On the 18th of June, when the court ruled, then you know you would have to hold elections within 3 months. You're embarking on house to house. That's going to take half a year or more. And that decision is made 1 week before the court makes its decision. How could that be rational or reasonable? So, notwithstanding that we don't believe that the act could be saved since the appointment is void, we also believe that the act is outside the authority. We also believe that it's irrational and unreasonable, and the court has power when those things happen. We also believe that that GECOM has no power to do house to house, generally speaking, because the legislative scheme we have in Guyana is for you to have house to house after the 2001. You use the 2001 list as a base, and you continuously update.
Ford insisted, however, that the law does cater for house to house. Moreover, he was hopeful that the September 18 date could be extended.
There's nothing in the CCJ's decision in which it has limited September 18th as the date on which elections will be held. We're currently within the time period where the National Assembly, as a body under the Constitution with the authority, has to meet and extend the date for the holding of the National Assembly, for holding the national elections. Taking that into consideration, there will have to be a decision made by the major political parties, taking into consideration the view of GECOM.
Meanwhile, Shuman himself expressed concerns over the exercise, noting that complaints have reached him of enumerators skipping persons.
We have had complaints from people in various regions where the GECOM personnel on the ground are skipping houses. There have been cases reported to us when they ask, hey, why aren't you registering me? Said, no, we're not looking after you. We're going to go to the next house. And to me, that should pose a lot of, or at least ring a lot of bells for people, because if this process continues in this manner, there stands to be a corruption of the electoral process going forward. And I think we have to be very cautious of that as a nation.
The Chief Justice set August the 23rd as the date for her ruling on the Shuman'S case. Meanwhile, the Christopher Ram case against House to House will be ruled on tomorrow. Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.